Nigel from McGill Music here. Today I want to talk to you about your very first notes on the saxophone. If you're just getting started with the saxophone, congratulations. I'm sure you're really keen to find a few notes out so you can start making some music. So there's two things I'm going to talk about today. The first thing is actually how you shape your mouth and how you put your mouthpiece in your mouth, what we call your embouchure, which is really important because that's the first thing in the chain for actually making a sound on the instrument. And the second thing is I'm going to show you a few of the first notes. I'll show you 6 of the first notes to get started with. Now there's actually a PDF for this lesson on the website at mcgillmusic.com. You might want to go away and download that now, and you can use it as a reference during the lesson, and you can also use it to help you with your practice later on. So the way we shape our mouth on the saxophone is pretty easy really. What we do is we take our bottom lip and we put it over our teeth, and that forms a cushion that the reed at the bottom of your mouthpiece here, your reed rests on that cushion. And then we put our top teeth on top of the mouthpiece and we form a seal around the mouthpiece by pulling our corners in. It's kind of like if you imagine a rubber band that is closing around that mouthpiece. And that makes a seal so that when we blow out, all the air goes straight down the mouthpiece. So if we look at that really slowly, you put your bottom lip over your teeth, you put the reed on top of that, you put your top teeth on top of the mouthpiece, and then you form a seal with your lips. Now if we take a big breath and blow out, you should see the air go down the mouthpiece. So bottom lip, reed, top teeth, make a seal, and off we go. If we blow a bit harder, we should get our first sound. It sounds like this. Now, I hope yours sounded a bit like that. It should have. How much mouthpiece we use is very important though. So if you found that your sound was a bit kind of raucous, a bit squeaky, honky, then perhaps you're using too much mouthpiece. And if you're finding it really hard to blow, or like you're blowing and nothing's really happening, it could be that you're using not enough mouthpiece. So as a general rule, on an alto saxophone like this, you want to use about 1 centimeter of mouthpiece to get the nice sound to get started with. One other quick thing I'll mention to you too is your neck strap is really important. If you're sitting down or whether you're standing up, you want to get the neck strap so that when you put the mouthpiece up to your lips, it goes straight in. You don't want to be going like this, you don't want to be going like that, trying to get to the mouthpiece. It's got to be nice and comfortable because the neck strap holds the weight of the saxophone, so you're not trying to hold it up with this hand, and that means your fingers can move really fast. So that's how we shape our mouth, or our embouchure. Now the first 6 notes, this is the fun part. So if you look at the front of your saxophone, most saxophones these days are the same. They've got a spatula shaped key at the front here. So we don't need to use that one just yet, but the very next pearl down, that's where your index finger goes, your first finger of your left hand. Miss the next little one, and the next pearl is for your second finger, and the third pearl is for your third finger. And on the back you should have a little button like this, and that's where your thumb goes. So left hand, thumb on the back, miss the first one, then your first finger goes on the next key, miss the little one, second one is for your second finger, and the third one's for your third finger. With your right hand, on the back of the saxophone you should have a hook, that's where your thumb goes under, and then it's pretty straightforward. First finger, second finger, and third finger. Okay? So on this PDF that you can download from mcgillmusic.com, it shows you the names of these notes and a little fingering chart as well, just so you can refer back to that and see what all the notes are called. But to show you now, if we start at the top, it's B, A, G, and then F, E, and D. Now one more quick thing, basic sort of concept about the way the saxophone works, is that every time you add a finger on the saxophone, what you're really doing is you're making the tube longer. Okay? So we're always adding fingers on, which means if you've got something like your first finger of your right hand down, you've got all of your left fingers down as well. So that the tube is sealed all the way down. And by making the tube longer, we're of course making a lower sound. So let's get busy with trying to make those sounds. So I'm going to do them one after the other, starting with B. And why don't you try playing along with me. So we'll start with first finger on for B. Here we go. So that's with your right hand now. So we've got these three on the left hand and the first string on the right hand. So that's 6 notes to get you started with. And you know what I'd recommend at this stage? Just try and play lots of long tones on those 6 notes and get these muscles nice and strong and get used to where you put your fingers. So check out McGillmusic.com. I've got a load of other lessons on there and some things to download. I hope you find them useful, and good luck with your saxophone journey.